Hi guys, this is Paige. I want to make this video about people who lack faith. My fan's on. I hope it's not too distracting. It's starting to get very hot here. People who lack faith. You know, there's people who come against me and they tell me God would never speak through movies. He'd never speak through music. He wouldn't speak through jewelry, or they think that, because they would dislike it. All I have to say to them is that they lack faith. God said, everything is possible for me. Nothing is impossible for God. You know, when Jesus Christ was on earth, do you remember when Peter, went out to him on the water and Jesus was walking on the water? And then Peter sank because he was afraid. And what did Jesus say? And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? Why did you doubt me, Peter? Again, when the disciples are trying to cast out a demon and they couldn't cast him out, this is what Jesus said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? And then he cast the demon out. You guys have to understand something. God works through faith. Faith is trust in God. Now, all God's children can hear his voice. It says, my sheep hear me and they follow me and I give them eternal life, right? And if God tells me, Paige, I speak through movies, I speak through music, and I want people to know this, then I trust his words. And he confirms it to me many times, too, in amazing ways. You know, when he started telling me this stuff, in the past he kind of spoke through some movies to me, but there's this music video. I will never put this music video on my channel. It's very personal. It's between me and God. And God showed it to me. He told me the music video. He told me the name and I was like, oh, I need to watch this. And I watched it. I had watched it in the past and I was like, oh, I don't know if I should watch that. Or I watched it. I was like, this is my life. What is this? This is my walk with God. This is what's happened to me in my walk. And God was like, I made this. I mean, he was showing me. He made it for me. I was like, what is this? God was trying to tell me, I inspire people to make things for you. And I put messages in there. I couldn't deny it. I was like, what? I was shocked. Then he showed me, I don't know if he showed me this before that, or he showed me Aladdin, and he greatly showed me. I was like Jasmine, and Jafar was like the devil trying to stop my mouth. And I was like, what is this? And they were like, you should be a leader. I was like, what? And then how God just continued to speak to me through these things and led me to them. I was shocked. You see, God's doing something new with me. This is something a lot of people don't talk about or may have never experienced. This is something new. God refined me 3 times very strongly and then put me in this position and had me come teach this to his children. It's new stuff. And it's him. He's confirmed it many, many times. I was in shock too. See, some people, when they watch the hidden messages, they may not think it's God. But if you don't think it's God or you don't know, why don't you pray about it? You know, there's a sister, she didn't question it. She believed it was God because I've confirmed it so many times. God's confirmed it. And she prayed to God. She was like, God, please speak to me the way you're speaking to Paige. You know what happened? At her job, she saw this poster on the wall. It was a poster of a heart, a deer, and it was looking right at her. She was like, what? She was so amazed. That was God saying, this is me. And it's kind of crazy to me, if people still don't think Jesus Christ is the white hart, how much more confirmation can God give when Taylor Swift is in her music video literally glorifying the devil right in front of a white hart and a goat on the wall? I don't know how much more I can give. See, people lack faith. To have God speak to you, you need to use your faith. When God shows me things and then he confirms it to me, I just trust him, or I try to. Now, the devil does come and he says, this isn't God. God would not speak this way. Literally, the way that the people come to me, the devil comes in my mind too. It's him. Yet God would keep confirming it and showing me it's him. Do you know how much this is from him? I'm going to show you something. Alina from Shadow and Bone. Alina Alexander and the White Hart. Charlie's Angels. Her name was Alina, just spelt different. Alina Alexander and the White Hart. We're all in there. That's God. There's people that came on my video about God's eye color and stuff. If people are of Christ or Christian disliking that stuff, it's a crying shame. Because they lack faith. You see, and I don't think, people who don't think God speaks these ways, they can't hear from him. They don't hear things from him. They cut him off. They think he doesn't do it. Nothing is impossible for God. God can speak however he wants. And if he tells me, Paige, I do this, I want people to know this, and he leads me to show people, and I show them the hidden messages, and they still don't believe, I don't know what to say. All I know is I know it's him. And he wants people to know this. It shows his glory. The things God does through me and the amazing wonders he shows people of how he speaks and stuff like that, Satan hates it. He wants people to think God is dead, just some dead God that doesn't speak anymore. It says, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. People lack faith. If you lack faith and you don't think God speaks through these things or something, how is he going to speak to you? You know the amazing things God shows me every day? And how long it's taken me to get to learn these things? You know, I understand why God made me a leader in the body. I get it. You see, I have the qualities of a leader. I'm kind, I'm loving, I have justice, I have faith, I love Jesus Christ with all my heart, I have a heart after his, and I know it's all about his glory and not mine. It's not to glorify myself, and I don't have pride, really. I don't have much pride. Now, everyone has a level of pride. Some people, when they see me, they may think I'm proud, but that's not pride, that's confidence. You see, I don't have pride because I can say sorry to people and admit if I'm wrong. Even in the past, I would say sorry to people who did wrong to me. God was like, don't do that anymore. You see, Satan wants people to think if God speaks this way, that's crazy. People will think I'm crazy for what I put on this channel and what God shows me. I can't care what they think. I know it's God. You see the blue eye that God literally showed me? He told me this and confirmed it to me, that his eye was blue with other colors. Then he showed me that movie, and she was driving a car that was blue with other colors of fire. I was like, this is amazing. And then that sister came to me, and there's a nebula in space that's called God's eye, the eye of God, and it's blue with other colors. How much more confirmation do people need? You see, people lack faith. If people don't think this is from God, then they can pray about it and believe whatever they want, but I know it's him, and he leads me to do this. This is a new thing, guys, that he's doing with me. He's trusted me with this wisdom. I can't deny it. Some of these things are literally my life. He made it for me. It's amazing. To people who can see it, it's amazing. To other people who lack faith and don't believe he does this, then they won't see God's glory. God works through faith, guys. This is how he works. I'm here to show people God's glory. And maybe the people that dislike that video about God's eye, maybe they're not even of God, and they're just... But if they are of God, oh, it's a sad situation. They lack faith. They think God would never speak through a movie or music. You know that woman, she was saying something like, oh, Lucifer's entertainment. God doesn't look at it that way. He just looks at it as humans made stories. I will then put things in there for my children and teach them through this story. That's how he thinks of it. God confirms everything. He shows me. He confirmed the white heart many times. Even Taylor Swift worshiping the devil with the white heart behind her. Satanists know this. It's almost like Satanists have more faith in Satan, believe him, than people actually have faith in God that he speaks. It's ridiculous. Not saying for everyone, but... I mean, Taylor Swift sure as heck, she definitely has faith in Satan, I'd say, to be doing what she's doing. And she put the white heart there. And the goat. I mean, she believes Satan. Why do people lack faith in God and belief in him? God shows me such amazing things and confirms it to me. Satan doesn't want God's children to be, seeing his glory, hearing from him, like he does with me. And it's like at a point I can't care who hates me, who doesn't like me, who doesn't agree with me. All I must do is do my calling and why I'm here on this earth. And if God tells me do this, show people this, and he leads me to, and he tells me this is like you, this is like me, then I trust my Father. Satan doesn't want you to trust God's words. There's some sisters, they see what I do, they're amazed by God because of it. And I'm amazed by him because we have faith. And it confirms in our spirit that it's him. How else is God going to talk to you? Now, he can talk to you through the Bible. He can talk to you through the Spirit. But he also talks through everything else. Creation, things he made. Music, movies. Christian music, Christian movies. Unchristian music, unchristian movies. Guys, what's really the difference? There's Christian movies out there. They're filled with sin too. People are sinning in them. The Old Testament, people are sinning in it. In the Old Testament, it's in the Bible. It's a story God speaks through. What's the difference? God influences people to make things. He influences people to do things. He influenced Pharaoh. He wasn't God's child. He moved him however he wanted. He says he can harden a heart if he wants to. Look at Esther. Esther and her husband. Esther had to go to him. And she went at a time where she could have died by approaching him, and he accepted her. Why? Because God turned the heart of him. He wasn't God's person. Same with Joseph. When he became ruler, I believe it was the Pharaoh, if I'm not wrong. The Pharaoh made him a ruler. Why did he make him a ruler? Why did the Pharaoh believe what Joseph said about his dream and interpreting his dream? Because God softened his heart towards him and made him a ruler. God will move people how he wants to fulfill his will. People in the Old Testament, they would be speaking. They were prophets. They were like, God said this and God said that. Joseph interpreted dreams. God's still speaking this way still through his people. How do you know it's him? He confirms everything he shows me. God didn't refine me for nothing and put me here. He even told me, he was showing me, he's like, Paige, do you think I'm going to make a fool of you? You think I'm going to put you here and let you be made a fool of? No, I will confirm everything and show everyone that I'm with you. Even that video of Snow White preaching that God showed me, I'm like that. His number, 316, was on it. It's God confirming it. The blue eye, he confirms it. 316 is the most well-known Bible verse. It confirms everything, but people who don't have eyes to see can't see. Or ears to hear. And they lack faith. And they think I'm doing evil or something. No, I'm led by God to do these things, guys. So I will continue. And if you don't agree, that's fine. But I know it's him, and he's shown it to me many times. And Satan's not taking me out. This is my calling in life. So I just ask you guys, have faith when God speaks to you. People who think he doesn't do these things, he doesn't speak through everything, they lack faith, and they probably don't even hear from him at all. It's just true. They think he just speaks through the Bible, that's all. No, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. This is new to me too. I couldn't believe it. I can't deny he does this. He's shown me this like so many times. My whole life is in a music video, literally. And everything he showed me in that music video, how he put it in there, he confirms it. And there's things even in the Bible. It's even in the Bible and people doubt it. It's very sad. People lack faith. God likes it when we have a high amount of faith. So when he talks to you, you can just accept with faith. God will tell me jokes. He'll tell me funny things. I just accept it with faith. I know it's him. Once you get to the level where I'm at, which is a high level, I don't say that in pride. You can hear from God very well. I hear him well. He speaks to me. He wants to speak to his children. But he wants us to get the jokes. He wants us to know it's him. If you don't know it's him, ask for confirmation. No matter who hates me or doesn't agree with me or whatever, I can't care what they think. I have to just care what God thinks. And I will continue to do his will on this world, in this earth. All right, love you guys. Bye.